So in this video, we're going to show you how to create a other charge group. So you'll notice I have a work order here, 1319 open. And at the bottom left, you'll see I have shop supplies, environmental disposal charge, and an oil change charge. Now, I don't want to necessarily always see all these individual line items on the invoice when I print it out for the customer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a group here, and I'm going to put together this environmental disposal charge and the oil change charge as one single line item. So to do that, I need to go over to Home and go over to Setup. So in the Setup, underneath Other Charges, you're going to see what's called Other Charge Groups. So here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Add, and it's going to ask for a code. Now, typically, you would use a code that is different from what you have in your other charges. And if you're not sure what they are, here's how you're going to tell. I'm going to cancel. I'm going to go to Other Charges. You see, here's the codes. So I have an E and an O, and then all these other codes set up. So when I go to Other Charge Groups, I'll just use something a little different. So I'm going to go Add, and I'm just going to use the letter Z as an example. And I want to give it a name. Now, this is what it's going to print on the actual invoice. Whoop. Yes, you need to know how to spell this correctly. So here I can decide which other charges I want to do. So I go to Action and I click on Add. And we're going to take this one, the environmental disposal charge, and the oil change. And click on OK. So now we're going to group those two together. So I'm going to hit search just to kind of refresh. Go back over to my work order. And let's go in here and we're going to do a save and see if this will refresh. So you'll notice there's a little yellow flag now. That's letting you know it's a group. And then when you hover your mouse over the flag, it actually breaks it up for you. But now on my invoices, I'll have a single line item with your total. And you can also do this with taxes if you need to. Sometimes people might have a county tax and a state tax, or a city and a county. So you can actually group them together into one tax also. Now that, again, depends on the laws and where you're at. You might have to have them all completely separated. So you might want to verify that before you create a group on a tax. But that is the basics of other charges, groups. And also, if I go up to the top right, I can still open it. And if I need to, I can always adjust something individually. And it'll just change the total on the line. That's all it is. So if I go make this $5, see, now that'll update the total, but it's still a group. And that is other charge groups.